My name's Jim Calder and been involved with the game for about 55 years. I was taught by faith keepers, knowledge keepers about the medicine game and the creator's game.
My name's Joe Valliere from the Chippewas and Rama First Nations. I'm up here in Bracebridge today at the Georgian College Campus. We got them to sand out the sticks, we got them stringing pockets. At the end of the day, they're going home with something playable at the very least. If they don't decide to play with their sticks, they're going to hang their sticks up and be able to look at that and say, you know what, that's something that I did. That's something that I put my work into, put my time into, something I can respect and appreciate. I taught myself how to make sticks. I'm known for making a Great Lake style of stick. This is the style of stick that my people would have used. For the long style sticks, I use white ash. White ash is a pretty strong wood. It's definitely a lot lighter than hickory. What I'm looking for basically in a good tree is grains like that from my hand up. Those are the types of grains there that make good sticks. And I'll drop that tree after I give my offering down. I take everything I need off it. I clean up the rest. We may have taken the tree out of its natural environment, but that tree is still living on. So long as I put my work in, work hard, work diligently, and I can have a playable stick ready in 3 days.
I've played all over the world at all levels, won national championships down in the States and world championships with Canada. Lacrosse is the only team game in the world that is spiritual at its essence. Now that we're really focusing on truth and reconciliation, I find it a great way to come to teach young people a bit about culture and history. Eventually you'll get to the harder concepts that you need to speak about the past, but this is a great way to start the conversation. It's much more than a sport, especially for First Nations people. This game has a very spiritual meaning. The story goes like this. There's two brothers. One day, the uncle came up to the creator and he said, I want to be in charge of all of these people. I'd like to fight for that. The creator, being of good mind, said, well, why do we need to fight to determine who's going to be in charge of all these people? Why don't we play a game? First game they decided to play, it's called the Peach Pit game. And they had 7 peach pits. They're painted dark and light. The object of the game was to try to get them to all land one way or the other. This game is still played today in what they call longhouse. After a while, nobody was winning this game. Uncle said, I'm tired of this. I want to fight you to see who's going to be in charge. Creator said, well, wait, let's play one more game. It's known by lacrosse now. If there were 2 villages that had a hunting ground in between them, they would play a lacrosse game. And whoever won that game would be given the hunting ground. If there was somebody ill in the village, they would bring your bed right out beside the field and they'd play a game for you. You knew that the whole village, all the people around, were thinking of you and wanted you to get better.
I just love the game all the way around. So I want to be able to preserve that and pass it on to the next generation. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do now.
Lacrosse has always been an activity that has brought people together. It brought settlers and Indigenous forefathers here in Turtle Island, North America, but it was one of the key pieces for bringing people together. Say one of these kids who's non-Indigenous meets an Indigenous kid somewhere this summer. Maybe instead of not knowing where to start, they go, we learned how to make sticks at Georgian College. Once you say one thing like that, your conversation can go on for hours once you open up the door.
Lacrosse is definitely ingrained in my life, and that's what brings me around to be able to do events like this. Passing the knowledge on, so unless we talk about it, unless we teach it, it gets lost. And lost is not where I want this game. This game has been with me my whole entire life, and I want it to continue. I'll do everything I can to make sure it continues.